So good morning again. I will be starting the lesson right now till the rest come. Close the video, ya miss. Close the video. Okay, let's start then. As I mentioned in the previous lesson, not a previous lesson actually, the previous part of the lesson, we talked about how do we find the missing side in a compound shape, okay? And then we talked about how do we find the perimeter for a compound shapes. And the compound shapes that we're talking about them is a combination of two rectangles or a rectangle with a square. Other combination, I'm not going to ask it from you in this level or in this class. I'm going to ask it for you next year. For right now, we have the last part of the lesson, which is calculate the area of compound shapes. But before I start, let me hear the ones that they raise their hand. Yes, يا وصفة.
Please, teacher, I have a question. When is the
What is it, يا وصفة?
CB exams going to be?
What again?
When are the CB questions, CB exams going to be?
When I have information regarding this matter, I will send it to you right away. Okay. نور.
تيتشر أنا عشان يوم الثلاثاء غبت جربت أخذ الحصة بس بحكي لي إنه مش موجود ممحي.
No, miss, it's not. It is downloaded in the e-school, and the link was attached there. I will send it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Noor, please try to follow up with what we're saying. So now let's start with the actual lesson. If I want to find the missing side for a shape, the first thing, either you're going to add or you're going to subtract. For right now, let's look at this shape. I have how many sides that are missing for me if I'm looking at it? The ones that they were absent, please, I want your full attention right now. You need to just give yourself a little bit a hint. Now, the ones that they are missing, I'm going to put here a mark on them. This one is missing. I have no idea what is it. And this line is also missing. I have no idea about it. Okay? So how can I find it? Let me hear the ones that they raise their hand. Amir, hope that you want to answer.
The one beside the 4 meter, how you find it? You subtract 7 minus 4 with 3. So this side is 3 meter.
So this one will be 3 meter. Excellent. Why did he say this? Just look how did he do it. This one is 7 centimeter. Or this one, the opposite for it is 4. So if I put them together, I combine them together, this one from here to here is 7, and from here to here is 4. So what is left for this piece? He will do, as he mentioned, 7 minus 4, so the answer will be here 3 meter. Now, the other one, ya Amir.
You add 6 plus 4 equal 10. So this side is
excellent job. Why did he say that? Because one more time, he mentioned that this one from here to here is 6, and from here to here, if I continue, is another 4. If you put them beside each other, if I move them beside each other, this one, I moved it and I put it beside this one, there will be a combination of 2 lines, so I'm going to add, which is 10. So The one that is in the bottom here will be 10 centimeter. Thank you very much, يا أمير. هلا, why do I need this? In order to find the area. For now, how will I be able to use this to find the area? Before I start answering, I'm going to erase everything I wrote it till now. Okay? When you want to find the area and the shape that is in front of you is not a regular shape, a regular means it has, for you, the regular means in a polygon that they are having, all of the sides are equal and all of the angles are equal. But right now, what do I mean by the word regular? I mean a shape that you're used to it, which means you're used to have a rectangle alone or a square alone, but you're not used to have a combination of both of them. So what will you do in this case? You're going to make them a combination of two rectangles or two squares or a rectangle and a square. By doing what? By cutting the shape, either vertically or horizontally. So if I cut the shape like this, I cut it vertically. For right now, I need your full attention. Right now, I have two rectangles, which means you will have two areas. So area 1 for the first rectangle will be length 1 times width 1. So what is my length in the first rectangle and what is your width? Let's look here. Your length is what? 6. Your width is what? 7. Which means the area 1 will be 6 times 7. So area 1 will be 42. What about the other one, the other shape? The other shape, if you notice, it's not to scale, by the way. The two sides are 4, 4, which means it's a square. But I'm not going to assume that. So I'm going to say area 2, because this is the second shape. First, it's area 2. Length 2 times width 2. This is the length. This is the width. So 4 by 4. And 4 by 4 will give you what? 16 meters square. Now, what will you do after that? Did you finish? You're not. You want to find the total area. So the total area will actually be what? It will be area 1 plus area 2. So I'm going to add 42 plus 16. So my answer will be 58 meter square. Okay? Before I move to the other example, I want to do it in another way. But before I do it in another way, I want you all to lower your hand. I'm going to lower them for all of you right now. I know that you raised them to ask to answer. Right now, if you have a question, only if you have a question, raise your hand. Otherwise, do not raise your hand. Okay, let's hear Laith. What's your question, ya Laith?
Miss, I understand all of the how to do it, but here it says A and then under the A it's T. What does it mean?
It's total.
Oh.
Yeah, the total area. Area 1 under the first one I wrote 1, a small 1, to say that this is area 1, so that I won't get confused with them. Area 2
Okay.
under it 2, but the total I'm going to put the letter T. Okay? Is it clear?
Okay.
Okay, Omar, you can speak. What's your question? Omar Zaidan, what's your question? Omar, are you here? Okay, Wasfa, what's your question?
Can you repeat?
One more time, ya Wasfa. Do you have any idea? Do you know how to find the area for a compound shape? Do you know, ya Wasfa?
Yeah.
Do you really? What is the rule then? What's the formula for it?
Dividing
Is there a formula?
Length times width.
Length times width, this is for a rectangle. But the shape that you have in front of you, is it a rectangle?
No.
No. So you're going to cut into two rectangles. How did I cut into two rectangles? By drawing this line, the red one, in the middle. So you need to figure out the area for the first rectangle and the area for the second rectangle. Then add them together, that's all. And in this question, I didn't need to find the missing sides because I need my length and I need my width for the first rectangle, and they are known. For the second one, they are also known, 4 and 4. Okay? It will be clearer in the next example. Maruf, what's your question?
Miss, what about the 3 and the 10? Why didn't we add
Good question. What about the 3 and the 10? Why didn't we use them? Because when you split in this way, ya Maruf, they
Yeah.
want your length and your width. The 3 here, if you're looking at this 3, it's not the total length. It is part of it, so you're not going to use it. The width here, the 10, the base that is 10, it's more than the width that you actually need it. So you're not going to use it. But if I cut it in a different way, you will use it. So I will answer your question in the how will I solve it in another way. Okay? Just give me a minute till I hear the rest. Now, Rakan, what's your question?
Miss, the homework of yesterday, the video. I want to watch the video in the video of 18.3. You removed the video?
No, I didn't remove it. You said that, and also Noor said that. I didn't remove it. I will check it one more time. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Rakan. Rayan, what's your question?
Teacher, if we cut the rectangles horizontally, can we still find the total area?
Of course we can. This is what I will do it right now. I'm just listening to your question. Yes, يا جاد, what's your question?
teacher لو كان
English.
rectangle وجنبها triangle وصلناهم vertically.
In English, I'm saying this is the first thing.
And we cut them vertically.
Yeah, Jad, I mentioned at the beginning of the lesson that we're only going to deal with rectangles and square. Triangle, we're not going to take them. I didn't give you the rule for their area. Okay? So don't worry about it. Now, Muhammad Fuad, what's your question?
Teacher, I just wanted to answer. Can I?
No, don't answer right now. I need to give the other way, then I will let you answers.
Oh.
Amir, what's your question?
Teacher, sorry, I forgot to lower my hand.
Okay. Zaid Qrea, can you raise your hand again? Zaid. Okay. Zaid, what was your question? Can we what?
Cut the compound shape to 3 parts?
Of course we can cut into 3 parts, but it will be harder. The less part, the easier for you. Okay? Right now, let me do it in the other way. By cutting it horizontally. Okay? So let's look here. This is the same shape, by the way. I didn't change it. But what will I change right now is the way that I'm cutting it. Remember, in the previous way, I didn't need to find any missing side. But right now, when I cut it horizontally like this, it's a must to find the missing side. Why is that? Because the area is length times width. But my length and my width, they changed right now. What is my length? It's the 6. But what is my width? It's this part. Only this part, not the whole line. And this one, Amir, at the beginning of the lesson, he found it out. He said that this is actually what? 3 meters. If I didn't ask Amir at the beginning, it's a must for me to do it. So for the ones that they forget how did we just do it, we said the following, that if this one, the whole line, let's look here, okay, is 7, and this small amount, or this one here, it is 4, because look at the opposite side. The opposite side is actually 4. So what will I do to find this piece? You're going to subtract 7 minus 4. So this is why this part is 4, is a 3. Now I can find my area. Your area right now will be length times width, which 6 times 3, and the answer will be 18. Now what about area 2, the other rectangle? The other rectangle, also your length and your width are going to change. Your length right now will be this line, so it's all of the 10. And your width will be what? This line, which is what? 4. So your area will be 10 times 4, which is 40. But I didn't finish. I should find the total area. So what will I be doing? 80, it means total. Area 1 plus area 2. Area 1 is 18. Area 2 is 40. When I add them, I got at the end what? 58. So no matter how you cut it, you will end up with the same answer. But either you will do extra step or you're going to do less step. It depends how do you cut it. Okay, it's totally up to you. If you cut it vertically, in the previous example, I didn't need to find any extra line. But it's not always the case, by the way. If I cut it horizontally in this case, I did have to find extra lines, then to find the area. But at the end, I got the same answer. Okay? Now, if you have a question, raise your hand. Let's hear Mira. What's your question, yeah? Mira, what's your question?
Teacher, now why didn't you take the 7 meter in the length? Like, why didn't you?
The 7 meter, yeah, Mira, is the whole line. This one, all of it, from the top till the bottom. All of this is 7. But I'm not going.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just taking the small part, this one. That's why I highlighted with the yellow. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Now, Amir, what's your question?
Teacher, I did not understand how did you get the 10 times 4?
Because the length is 10 and the width is 4. You're the one who did this line. How long is it? You said for me that this is 10. Because the first part, this small part, is 6. And this part is 4. So when I add them, it will be 10. So my length now, I'm taking the whole length. It will be 10. Okay. Is it clear now?
Yes, thank you.
Welcome. Sundus, what's your question?
Teacher, I wanted to go to the bathroom.
Then Gomez.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Now, if we're done with this part, let's move to the next example. In this one, I also need to find the total area. So again, I will be cutting it either vertically or horizontally. It totally depends on me. So it doesn't matter which one of them you want to find it first. Okay? For now, let's start by cutting it horizontally this time. So the area, because I have 2 rectangles, I will have area 1, which is length times width. But what is my length and what is my width? Now I want you to answer that before I continue. Let's hear Masa. What's your length, ya Masa?
My length is 7.
And what's my width?
I still don't know.
Okay, let's hear someone else about the width. Thank you for the length. Now let's hear Omar. What's your width? Omar Zedan, you can speak. Omar, this is the second time you raise your hand. Omar, you can speak. Okay. Now, Noor.
Teacher is 2.
It's 2, excellent. How did you know it's 2, ya Noor?
Because 5 minus 3 equals 2.
Excellent job. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. Let me just show it for the rest of them. How did I know it? One more time, if you're looking at the drawing that you have in front of you, the whole line here is actually 5. This piece, this one here, it's 3, which means this one is also what? 3. How do you figure this small piece? You're going to say what? 5 minus 3, so this one will be 2, as she just mentioned. So now, let's see it here. The length is 7. The width is this piece, which is 2 meters. For right now, I will be finding the area. So the area will be 7 times 2, which means it's 14 meters squared. Now I want to find area 2. Now in area 2, what's my length? It is the 4. What's my width? It's what? The 3. You're not using the 5, okay? You only used it to figure out this one here. The length here, the width here. Now, so the area will be 4 times 3, which means 12. But still, I'm not done. What will I be doing? Total area is area 1 plus area 2. So I will be adding 12 plus 14, which means the answer will be 26. Let's do it in the other way now. In the other way, you're going to cut it vertically. Will you end up with the same answer? Let me hear you out. Let's start with whom? Salah ad-Din.
Yes,
Salah.
yes,
Yes, teacher. Now I will cut it vertically. Tell me, this is area 1. What's your length and what's your width, ya Salah?
the length is 2.
Is it? You mean this one here, this piece?
Yes.
Okay, and the width?
And the width is 3.
Excellent job. So this is the length, and which is 3 as he mentioned. This is the width, and it's 2 as he mentioned. So what's the area?
The area for it is 6.
Is 6
squared.
meters squared. Thank you very much. So area 1 will be 2 times 3, which is 6 meters squared. Before I continue to the next one, I just want to explain how did he know it, okay? Because you do know that the total line here, from here till here, it's 7. And this piece is 4, which means the opposite for it will also be what? 4. So how will I find this small piece? I will subtract 7 minus 4, so it will give me 3. Now for the other part, we do know that this one is what? 5, which means this one is also 5. This piece, they give it to you that they mentioned it's a 3. So how you're going to find this small piece that is from here to here? You're going to subtract 5 minus 3, which is going to give you 2. Thank you, Ya Salah. Now, the next one, area 2. Let's hear Zaid. Zaid Qrea. What's your length and what's your width?
My length is 5 and the width is 4.
Excellent job. Well, you're not going to use the 7. So
Yes.
this is excellent job. So 4, and 5. So what's the area going to be, Yazid?
26. 20.
20. So now the total area, what's going to be?
26 when we add them.
Excellent job. We're going to add them. So total area will be area 1 plus area 2, and which means it will be 26 meters squared. Now, let's move to another example. But in this case, I'm going to answer it for you. You're either going to cut it into 3 parts, or you keep it 2 parts. But do you think if I kept it 2 parts, I will add or I will subtract? Let's hear Jude.
You will subtract, teacher.
What will I subtract, ya Jude?
The answers.
The
Area 1 and area 2.
Area 1 and area 2, which means the big area minus
the smaller area.
The smaller area. Excellent job. Why did I do that? Okay. If you're looking at the shape that you have it in front of you and you completed the shape, and I'm just going to draw here a rectangle, then I will erase it. Okay. This is the big rectangle. If I want to find the area for it, it will be 4 times 7. But I'm not actually taking all of it. There's a small part here, I should take it out. And taking something out means to subtract instead of adding. So if I did that, what will I subtract? This small area. To find the shaded amount, the gray one, okay? So one more time, what I will be doing is subtract the big one minus the small one to get the gray area that I have it in front of me. So let's look here. How will I be doing it? I will complete the shape. Then I will find area 1. It will be length times width. Length 1 times width 1. In this case, my length is 2 and my width is 2. So it will be 2 times 2, which is 4. This is the part that I will take it out. Now, area 2, in the other hand, area 2, I mean the whole rectangle, all of this, okay? Not the gray area, the whole rectangle. One more time, not the gray, the whole rectangle. If I want to find this part, I would say length times width. My length is 7, my width is 4, so 7 times 4 will be 28. Now, if I want to take it from this big rectangle, this is small amount, I will be subtracting 28 minus 4. So the total area, or the shaded area, I'm going to change T into S, okay? The shaded area will be area 2 minus area 1, which means 28 minus 4. So the answer right now will be 24 meters squared. Before I move, you're going to tell me, Miss, can you cut it into 3 parts and find the area for the 3 of them, then add them? Of course you can. But in that case, you're going to need to find 3 areas instead of 2 areas, okay? And you can cut it like this. You can cut vertically and you can cut horizontally. If I cut vertically, let's change the color to make it blue. If I cut like this, and then like this one will be area 1. This one here will be area 2. And this one here will be area 3. Okay, and now you need to find each area. But if you want to find the area here, you need to find this side and this one. If you want to find the area here, you want to find this side, which is 2, and this one. If you want to find the area here, you need to find this side, not the 7, all of it, with the 4. And then add the 3 of them together, which it will take more time from you. You need to find missing side and missing area and 3 areas instead of 2, then add them all of them together. So it's much more easier to do the subtraction way rather than the adding, okay? Let me hear you out before I go to the next example. I'm going to lower your hand first. What's your question?
Sorry, I forgot to lower my hand.
Okay, I'm going to lower all of your hand. Do not raise your hand till I say you can. Now you can raise your hand if you have a question. Okay, what's your question, ya Masa?
Teacher, I didn't understand why we subtract.
Why did we subtract? If I told you that you have a piece of cake, a whole cake, okay? And you took part of it. How much is left? What will you do?
I will subtract.
What will you subtract?
The full cake minus the pieces I took.
Excellent. So here the full cake is the full rectangle that you have it in front of you.
Yes.
And remember that the area is to cut it into small squares. So this one is the full rectangle. From this full rectangle, imagine it's a cake. You took this piece from it. You took out this piece. So how much is left from your cake?
We will subtract.
We will subtract what?
The taken piece minus the whole
The whole one.
cake.
You mean first of all the whole, the bigger one minus the smaller. So the whole one, the blue, before cutting it, before taking a piece from it, it used to be 28. And the piece that I took it out, it used to be 4. So how much is left? You're going to subtract. Okay? Is it clear now?
Yes, thank you.
Welcome. Now let's move to the next one. Omar, what's your question?
Teacher,
Mm-hmm.
in
Yes,
the
yeah.
addition, you should find 2 because area 1 and area 2 are the same.
Oh, I know, yeah, Omar, that they are the
So
same.
you should just multiply by 2.
Yeah, Omar, but I didn't mention that. So you can. And this example, it was an easy case. They used to be equal. But there are harder examples that they're not going to be equal.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not talking in specific about this example. I'm talking in general. Whenever you need to deal with areas, always try to get the easiest one for you. With less steps, the less mistakes you will make. The more steps, the more mistake. So try your best to have less steps, which means area 2 minus area 1 in this case. In the previous ones, you can use area 1 plus area 2. It depends if you want to combine 2 small pieces or if you want to take a big piece from a big piece and a smaller piece. Okay? Now let's hear Mu'taz. What's your question, ya Mu'taz?
If there are, for example, 2 white spaces, what shall we do?
You will subtract them both. Yani I can do the following, ya Mu'taz. I will tell you that you have this piece here and you have this piece. You took these 2 pieces out. Which means هنا I'm going to make it bigger عشان ما تقولي they are the same. Okay? In this case, it's a must to find area 1, area 2, and area 3. But area 3 will be the biggest one, the blue one. The whole piece without taking anything from it. Then you will subtract the first one. Then you will subtract the second one. If you want, you can add these 2 together, Mu'taz, then subtract them from the bigger. We're going to reach this example, don't worry. Okay, let's move to the next one. Yes, يا عمر. Hope this time you will speak يا عمر. عمر زيدان. عمر مش سامع إشي منك حبيبي. عم ضلك ترفع إيدك وما عم بطلع إشي. طب عمر اكتب لي على الشات what do you want. I only open it for you. You can write what you want right now. Okay? Now, Rayan, what's your question?
Can I cut it horizontally and then not subtract, just add?
Miss, I said that you can. Of course you can, yeah, miss.
But if I cut it horizontally, I won't subtract, right?
No, you're not going to subtract if you cut it horizontally. You should add.
No.
Because you're going to have 3 pieces in that case. And you
No,
want to...
if I only cut the if I only cut the part above and left all of it.
What do you mean by you cut the...
Like if the part above, yeah,
That
the
means
part.
you're not going to find the whole area, ya Rayan. You want all of the gray area.
Yes.
And it will not be a full rectangle. It will be still a combination of 2 rectangles. So you should keep cutting till you have a rectangle or a square. Otherwise, you cannot find an area. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what's your question?
Can I cut them horizontally and vertically at the same time?
Of course you can. It's totally up to you how do you want to cut it. But remember what I said, that the less steps, the less mistakes. Okay? If you want to cut horizontally and vertically, you'll have more than 2 areas. You're going to have actually 4 or 5 maybe, or 6. It depends on the shape. Okay? Now let's move to the next part. The next example, I mean. This one here. In this one here, listen to the question. And I will be starting with Jad. Jad, read the question and explain it for us, please. Will you?
Connor was painting the front of the house of his house. The tin of paint he has can cover 16 meters square. Will he have enough paint? You must show your working.
Does he have enough paint? Now, what does he want actually from you in this question?
No, he want to paint 16 meters square. يعني الاريا the area need to be 16 meters square.
Is it 16 meters squared? How will you know, ya Jad? First of all, are you going to paint the blue one and the brown one? The blue is the window and the brown is the door. Will you paint the door and the window?
No.
So you're only going
I will paint the background,
background. So the white.
In area 3.
Everything except for the window and the door.
Oh, yes.
So how many areas you're going to have?
We have now 3 areas, but I will get the area area 3.
Okay. Now, so the first one, area 1.
Area 1 equals
1 minute, just let me show you what's area 1. This is area 1. What's area 1? It's going to be what?
Area 1 is 2.6.
How did you know?
2 times 1.3.
Excellent job. So area 1 will be 2 times 1.3, which is 2.6. Thank you, Yajad. Let's hear the others. Now, Zaid Jum'a. Area 2.
Yes, teacher.
This is area 2. What's the measure? What is the area here? What you're going to multiply?
0.9 meter multiplied by 2 meter is equals to 1.8 meter.
Excellent job. So area 2 will be 1.8 meters squared. Now let's hear Masa or someone else. 1 minute. Ghadir.
Yes.
Now area 3 will be the big one, the whites. Yani if you want to know, this is area 3. What is area 3?
7 times 3, which equals 21.
Excellent job. So this is area 3. Now let's hear someone else. And mute yourself, please. Muhammad Fuad. What is
Yes.
the area now, the total area? What will it be?
2.6 plus 1.8 plus 21.
No, remember, Muhammad, you're taking them out. You're taking the window out and the door out. Because area 1 is the window and area 2 is the door. Will you paint them?
So 1.8 plus 2.6 minus 21.
Excellent. Okay. So it will be 21 minus 2.6 and minus 1.8. Area 3 minus area 2 minus area 1, which means it will give me a total area of 16.6. Now let's hear someone else. Khawaja, will you have enough paint in this case?
Yes.
You only have till 16 meters squared, but you need to cover 16.6.
No.
So do I need an extra tin of paint?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So this is the one of the question. Let me give you another one. Now the other one will be a little bit harder. So I will give you 2 minutes and I'm going to put my timer in order for you to solve it by yourself. And I want the answer to be written in the chat box. So I'm going to open the chat for all of you. And you're going to write your answers in the chat only for me. Okay? So I will give you the question, this one. It's a little bit harder. And the window here, they all have the same area, by the way. You have 2 minutes exactly to solve the question. I started the timer right now, by the way. Do it by yourself. I want the total. There are correct answers till now. Excellent. Ibrahim Serhan, you don't need to give me the units. Thank you. Good job. Amir, you got it correct. Ibrahim Serhan, the same. Yara, the same. Correct. Abdul Karim, yes. It is easy. Good. It is easy. Yusuf, correct. Okay, time's up. Let's do it right now. Okay, so area 1 will be the window, but I have 4 windows, so I'm going to multiply it by 4. So area 1 will be length by width, but times 4 because I have 4 identical windows. So 2 times 1 is 2 times 4 is 8. Area 2 is the door, so it will be 2.5 times 3, which is 7.5. Now area 3, it's the full rectangle, which is 30 times 20, which means 600. And then you're going to subtract, which is going to give you 284.5. So excellent job for the ones that they did it. And the others, please concentrate more while you're subtracting. Okay? Right now, I want you to open the course book, all of you, and I want you to solve question 2 by yourself. You have 2 minutes, or actually 4 minutes to finish them all. A, B, C, D. Okay, let's explain it again. The rest of you start solving the course book. Before start solving the course book, write your name right now. Hala, I will tell you why, miss. Right now, write your names on the chat box with your section. And I'm going to explain for the ones that they didn't know why. Now, if you're looking here in this question, I have 5 windows. Each window here, the length of it is 2, the width of it is what? 1. So the area for this will be 2 times 1. The area for this will be 2 times 1. The same goes here, the same goes here. And because they are 4 identical, you're going to say 4 times 2 times 1. Okay? So 4 times 2, which means the area will be how much? Here, it will be 8 meters squared. Now, if you look at the door right now, in the door, your length is 2.5, your width is 3. So the area will be 2 times 5, 2.5 times 3, which is going to give you, undo, 7.5 meters squared. Till now, raise your hand if you have a question. Till now, if you have a question. Lower your hand if not. Lower your hand if you don't have a question. I'm going to lower all the hands right now to hear you out. The ones that they have a question, they can raise their hand. Okay, let's hear Muhammad. What's your question?
Teacher, 30 times 20 is 600, not 300.
Oh, yes, my mistake then, miss.
So the answer is 584.5.
Oh, yes, 584.5. Yes, correct. Correct. Thank you, ya Muhammad. Now, someone else. Julie, what's your question? Hassan, what's your question?
No, I was like Muhammad Fuad.
Okay, thank you, miss. Now, I'm going to put your hand down as if it's the same as Muhammad Fuad. Now, raise your hand again if you have another question other than the one that he mentioned. Okay, yes, Noor. What's your question?
Teacher, if we're done with the homework, what should we do?
Which homework?
You told us to do question 2.
If you're done with it, then do question 3 and 4.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Now, Masa, what's your question? I open for Hassan. Okay, Noor, we're done with you. Zaid Jum'a, what's your question?
Teacher, what is the homework will be today?
It will be online also, don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Welcome. Now, Adnan, what's your question? Adnan, what's your question before I continue? Okay, let me finish it till the end, then I will listen to your the other question. Okay? Don't raise your hand, please, right now. Let me finish till the end. Okay. So now I want to find area 3. In area 3, I wrote it by mistake. I wrote here 600, but when I did the calculation, I wrote 300. So here, the area will be it will be the 30. Let me draw. This is your length, and this is your width. So it's going to be 20 times 30, which is 600. But by mistake in the calculation, I make it in a different way. For right now, if I want to find the total area, remember what did I say? That you have a big area, this one, the big one, which is area 3. You need to take from it how many pieces? 5 pieces, which are what? The 4 windows and the door. The 4 windows together, they are 8, and the door alone is 7.5. So what should I do? This one is not correct. This one is 600. 600 minus 7.5 minus 8. So this one will be what? 584.5. Now, if you have a question, you can raise your hand. Until which question? Till question 5. Till the end, miss. You need to solve. Okay? Now, let's hear you out. What are your question? Masa, what's your question?
Teacher, do we write the question 2 and question 3 in the...
Okay, Masa, you can speak now. Masa, she doesn't want to speak. Masa, I will send you an online link. You're going to write the answers on it. Okay?
Okay.
Jad.
Teacher, يعني the online has a course book and practice book.
Yes, the same as the previous one. It has both of them, course and the practice. Okay?
Okay.
Khawaja, what's your question?
Teacher, I
finished yesterday homework that you sent it in the group. Will you send another homework today or?
Yes, I will send another homework today.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, I didn't receive this from all of you, miss. I received it from a few of you. I'm waiting the rest of you to send it. There are marks for the homeworks, by the way. Okay. Masa.
Yes, teacher.
What again?
Yes. Should we write the answers of question 2 and question 3 in the notebook?
Yeah, of course you should keep them. Because the online will not stay with you. Okay? So you need to keep a record for your answer.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Adnan. Adnan, you can speak. What's your question? Adnan, he's out. Okay, Laith Khawaja.
Miss, are we gonna write our name in the
yes,
chat?
Miss. Yes, start writing it right now. Laith al-Hindi, do not write it more than one time. You still don't know what's the homework? Yes, you can do it now, yeah, miss. But when I send you the link, you're going to put the answers on the link. Laith, again, what's your question? Okay. Zaid Juma, what's your question?
Teacher, بصير لو تحطي على جروب أسماء اللي ما حلوا الهوم ورك؟
Yes, I will do that.
أوكي عشان إحنا نعرف teacher.
تمام, okay. Now, life. Okay. By the way, prepare yourself. Starting from next lesson, there will be quiz inside the lesson. Don't say that I didn't tell you. Starting from next lesson, I will give you at the end of each lesson a quiz regarding what I explain. Okay? We're done with our lesson. Let me hear Maruf before I end the session. Yes, yeah, Maruf.
Miss, which lesson would the quiz be about?
The lesson that I will explain it.
Okay.
Okay? Sundus, what's your question?
Teacher, it's not a question. I wanted to say sorry because yesterday I sent something in the group not related to math, but أنا كنت يعني مضطرة لأنه.
It's fine. Sundus is totally fine.
Okay, بس إنه كنت يعني لازم أحكي إشي لمس الساينس.
خلاص سندس بعدين you explain it for me, not now. This is a live session. Okay?
Okay.
Adnan, what's your question? Adnan, you can speak now. What's your question? Oh, miss, don't forget to write your name for the last time. Is there someone here who didn't write his name? Miss, you're not going to study for the quiz, Ya Amar, because I will explain the lesson, then I will give you the quiz. But I just want to know which one of you is concentrating while I'm explaining and which one of you is not, okay? Because not all of you are raising your hand. Yes, yeah, Karim, what's your question? Karim Ibder, what's your question?
Miss, today I bring the book and
what again?
The homework of before the 18.2 and 18.1. The homework on the live session of the perimeter and area, are they still in the e-school?
Yes, they are still in the e-school.
يعني today I can submit them?
Yes,
all?
you can, but you should submit them previously, but you can submit them.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Now, Masa, what's your question? Masa,
teacher, when we do the quiz, how can we send it to you?
The way that you submit your homework, just press the word submit. It will be received for me.
Like
it's online, yes.
Like it's not during the lesson, right?
No, it's during the lesson. It's during the lesson. I will give you
like we do it after the lesson?
No, not after the lesson. In the lesson, I will give you the link. I will tell you copy it and paste it in Google. It will open. You're going to solve it, Yamasa. You're going to press submit. When the time is up, I'm going to close the receiving part. So you're not going, even if you solve it, I'm not going to receive it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, welcome. Now, Amir. Yes, yeah, Amir. Yes, yeah, Amir.
Teacher, about the homework, you said that you're gonna send it today, right?
Yes.
Now, when you sometimes say that you're gonna send it, you either send it the next day or at night.
Yes, miss, because e-school, it will be for the next day, not for today.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And I solved question 2. I send it in the chat.
Okay, thank you, miss.
Welcome.
Okay, right now I'm going to stop the sharing.